Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe. Now this start video. The episode opens with Kyle Abbott and Jack Abbott at the Abbott dining table having breakfast. Kyle updates Jack on the sunscreen line, the same product he had tried to steal from Jabot for Glissade while working with Victor Newman. Kyle eventually admits to taking the information from Diane Abbott's laptop, apologizing for his actions. The three reflect on the past conflict, but they're now eager to move forward. The conversation shifts to Claire Newman. Jack is surprised to learn that Claire spent the night, but Diane already knows and wonders if Kyle plans to tell his son Harrison about his new relationship. Kyle expresses his excitement for Claire and agrees that it's time to tell Harrison. Meanwhile, Nick and Newman is at Chancellor, discussing action items with Claire. Claire learns about Ian Ward's visit to the Newman ranch, and Nikki warns her about his past misdeeds. Nikki advises Claire to stay alert and avoid engaging with him. Afterward, Nikki compliments Claire's work and suggests they treat themselves to a chai latte. Instead of ordering it, Claire decides to walk to Crimson Lights. At Crimson Lights, Esther Valentine is behind the counter, leaving a voicemail for Sharon Newman. Jordan, disguised, approaches Esther and asks if she's okay, secretly probing for information on Sharon's investigation. Esther brushes her off, but Jordan insists on helping. Jordan places an order for 2 drinks, one being an oolong tea with specific instructions, then waits on the patio. As she looks at photos of Claire and Kyle, Claire walks in and briefly chats with Esther. Esther restates the tea order, and Claire freezes when she hears the specific details of the oolong tea. She rushes outside just as Jordan exits. Later, Claire confides in Nikki about her encounter, expressing concern that the tea order matched how Jordan used to drink it. Nikki reassures her that Victor is monitoring the situation and keeping them safe. At a motel, Jordan storms in, frustrated that Ian isn't there. She suspects Claire might have caught her and wonders if they should relocate. She reflects on her past encounters with Claire and decides to take matters into her own hands. Elsewhere, Danny Romalotti and Daniel Romalotti have a final lunch together before Danny departs for his world tour. Danny invites Daniel to join him, but Daniel decides it's best to settle into their new routine. Meanwhile, Abby Abbott Newman Hamilton Winters and Tessa Porter talk about Sharon and Tessa's medical emergency on New Year's Eve. Abby warns Tessa about Ian, but Tessa feels sympathy for him. Ian overhears their conversation and enters, apologizing for his past actions. Abby, angered, kicks him out of society, but Tessa seems to buy his story. Finally, after Kyle leaves for the office, Diane and Jack discuss Kyle and Claire. Diane worries that Victor could cause problems in their relationship, hinting at future obstacles that will arise, especially with Summer Newman and Victor's influence. The tension in The Young and the Restless continues to build as the personal and professional lives of the characters intertwine. Claire and Kyle's relationship is about to face significant challenges, with outside forces pushing to test their bond. The episode sets up potential conflicts that could have long-lasting effects on the Abbott family, particularly when Victor Newman's looming influence is considered. After Kyle leaves for the office, Jack and Diane discuss Claire's relationship with their son. Diane is cautiously optimistic about Kyle and Claire, but she expresses concern about how Victor might interfere in their lives. Diane, always aware of Victor's potential impact, knows that he has a tendency to control situations when it comes to his family, even if it means undermining those closest to him. She worries that Victor's influence over Kyle and his interactions with Summer could cause issues for the young couple. Jack, however, reassures her that Kyle is a strong person who can stand his ground when it matters most, though he agrees that Victor may be an obstacle in the near future. As Claire and Kyle navigate their blossoming relationship, it's clear that they are already facing obstacles. Claire's past with Ian Ward and the complex family dynamics surrounding her make her an easy target for manipulation and interference from people like Jordan. Her encounter with Jordan in the coffee shop suggests that this is only the beginning of the emotional roller coaster Claire will ride. The brewing conflict with Ian also cannot be ignored. While Claire wants to move forward and enjoy her newfound relationship with Kyle, she is constantly being reminded of her family's past with dangerous individuals like Ian. Nikki's warning to Claire about being cautious with Ian highlights the potential dangers that that lie ahead. Nikki, for her part, remains protective of Claire, knowing that her granddaughter is still young and may not yet fully understand the risks involved in dealing with the likes of Ian. While Nikki tries to reassure Claire that Victor is keeping an eye on things, there's a sense of foreboding hanging in the air. Ian Ward's reappearance in Genoa City has already stirred up old wounds, and it's clear that his return is not just a one-off incident. His presence promises to stir up further trouble, and it will likely be a recurring storyline for Claire and those closest to her. The confrontation between Ian and Abby at Society serves as another example of the heightened tension surrounding his character. Ian's apology, though sincere on the surface, rings hollow to Abby, who is adamant that he can never be trusted. Abby's protective instincts are heightened due to her past experiences with Ian, and she's determined to shield her loved ones from him. However, Tessa's reaction to Ian's apology complicates things. Despite Abby's warnings, Tessa seems to empathize with Ian, perhaps due to his troubled past or the way he presents himself as a man seeking redemption. Tessa's sympathy for Ian is troubling, especially since she knows how much Abby has been affected by his actions. Will Tessa continue to allow Ian to manipulate her emotions, or will she recognize the danger he poses? Danny and Daniel Romolotti's final lunch together also adds an emotional layer to the episode. Danny, a former rock star and an ever-present figure in his son's life, invites Daniel to join him on his world tour. However, Daniel turns down the offer, opting instead to focus on adjusting to life with his family. This decision speaks volumes about Daniel's desire for stability and a sense of normalcy, especially after everything that has happened with the Romolotti family in recent months. Daniel's reluctance to embark on the tour reflects his commitment to staying grounded in Genoa City, even as his father continues to live a more glamorous and unpredictable life on the road. The bond between Danny and Daniel has always been one of the most emotional dynamics on the show. The father-son relationship has seen its ups and downs over the years, but this final lunch marks a turning point. The shared hug between Danny and Daniel signifies not just the end of a chapter, but also the recognition that they will continue to support each other no matter where life takes them. While Danny heads off to continue his music career, Daniel will be staying behind to face the challenges of his own life, particularly with Tessa, and potentially moving forward with his relationship with her. Meanwhile, the simmering tension between Abby, Tessa, and Ian is far from resolved. While Tessa expresses a degree of sympathy for Ian's plight, Abby is adamant that Ian cannot be trusted. Her fierce loyalty to her family and her ability to see through Ian's charm make her a formidable opponent. It remains to be seen if Tessa will allow herself to be swayed by Ian's story, or if she will heed Abby's warnings. The situation becomes even more complicated when you consider Tessa's ongoing relationship with Maria Copeland. Will Tessa's growing empathy for Ian create cracks in her relationship with Maria, or will Maria's concerns about Ian drive Tessa to rethink her position? As the episode progresses, the interactions between various characters point to larger, looming conflicts that will shape the future of the young and the restless. Claire and Kyle's romance will undoubtedly face challenges, especially from Victor, but it's clear that their connection is strong. However, with Ian's return, Jordan's mysterious motivations, and Tessa's empathy for a man who has caused so much harm, it seems that the road ahead will not be an easy one for any of them. The characters' decisions will have lasting consequences, and viewers will be kept on the edge of their seats as they watch the drama unfold. As for the Abbott family, the spotlight will be on Kyle as he navigates his relationship with Claire while dealing with the complexities of family and business. Kyle's apology for his past actions and his desire to move forward with Claire suggests that he is ready for a new chapter.